Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is VGY. I hope you're doing fantastic today. It's great to see you all. And as you can see on the screen, we have the wonderful, the beautiful, the fantastic Sector, who has just been released as part of Chaos Reigns with Noob and Cyrax. And I will be making a video on all of them, on how to play them, and this is going to be Sector's video. So I hope you guys enjoy. I've got a decent bit of time into Sector now. I've played her quite a bit. I want to say over 200 games, maybe 150, something like that. And yeah, I think I've got a pretty decent understanding of the character and what cameos work with her, but obviously decent understanding. I don't know everything. More and more will unfold as time goes on, and I will update guides if necessary. But this is just going to be a basic how to play for Sector, and I hope you guys enjoy. So you guys sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the gameplay. Alright guys, so here we are in the lab against this dickhead Scorpion. So to be... oh god, I'm playing as Scorpion. What the hell? That was almost terrible, chat. Do you see that? Anyway, first things first about Sector. Base 1000 health, which we love. We love a base 1000. Right off the gate, you'll notice movement. Very, very, very good. As you can see. Can zoom around the screen very fast, and in addition to that, grounded movement, she has air mobility, which you do by pressing a direction, including up, and L2. So you can go up, you can go back, you can go forward. But you can't go like down or down forward. You have to go back, forward, or up. But yeah, she has some very, very nice mobility. Very, very nice backdash in a game where key backdash is important. And yeah, that's her base, so to speak. Her throw, as you can see, very good throw range. Look at that. Like, that's fantastic throw range. That's like, it's from here she can throw you. And her grab animation, because she's using her little claw from her back, very, very hard to react to. Because it's not a traditional grab that is done with both the arms, or even one arm. One arm grabs are hard to react to, but this is a bloody robot arm, so it's even harder. So yeah, very good throw range, very quick throw, does the damage very fast, and puts her where she wants to be in full screen, which is, you know, where she shines, which we'll get into in a second. So that's a throw. In terms of key buttons you're going to want to use, you've got your standing one, very, very, very good standing one. As you can see, criminal range, criminal. Only +2 on hit. +1 there, but point blank it will be, oh no, yeah, it's only... so it's +2 at range, but yeah, +1 on hit, which is not a lot. And then we've obviously got 1-1, which is +18 on hit, which is also -1 on block. This is your main pressure tool. Combos into teleport, combos into flamethrower, combos into everything. So 1-1 is your main pressure tool. This jab is fantastic. Not great for anti-airing, but she has other options, which I'll get into in a second. Another key button you're going to want to use is down 3. Very, very solid down 3. 9 frames fast, +10 on hit, so you can get something started, normally go for a throw, go for a mid. You know, they can armor in these situations. It's a tough jail, but you can do 1-1, depending on what range. Obviously, that's going to be a bit harder, but her jab is so good that, honestly, most of the time, you're going to be getting that jail, and it's going to be consistent, so make sure you're going for that. Yeah, like I say, very good poke. -10 on block, but has the range so that won't really be an issue. You can really just backdash after this kind of thing. But yeah, down 3, very, very solid poke. Her down 4 is quite slow. Would not recommend using this a lot. Just use down 3 if you're going to try and poke at range. As you can see, down 4 has some range to it. Like, it's got decent range. But down 3 has pretty much the same range, if not better. Is faster, and yeah, just go for down 3. It's very much a excuse me, a Shao situation, where you're going to be going for axeless down 4 pretty much every time you're axeless. Why would you press down 3? It's a similar case with Sector in that you're going to be pressing down 3 because it's just the better poke. So yeah, you've got your jab, you've got your down 3. Sweep is a nice button. I don't use it though because it's not very fast, but it's got good frames on block. It's 0, which is nice, and has a decent bit of pushback to it as well. So if you hit this at max range, as you can see, you get a nice bit of neutral reset, and then you can kind of do your thing. But yeah, I don't use it too much. Then we have back 3, which is a very, very nice low, 14 frames, solid range, as you can see. Can be done into pretty much anything you want. And obviously has an extension. Very, very good string this, but I'll get into that in the string section. And yeah, forward 2 is your main mid. It's 15 frames, so it's on the slower side. The extension is -7 on block. Unfortunately, that's not very good in a game where there's a lot of 7-frame jabs that are really good and 6 frames that can punish. But obviously can be cancelled into specials, but we'll get into that in a second. So yeah, that goes over the first section, which is just the basics of Sektor. And now I'm going to get into kind of strings you're going to be using, tactics you're going to be using, specials and all that jazz. So I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, so here we are. Next section, which is going to be strings. Key strings. I went over a couple of them in the previous section, but I'm going to go into a bit more detail in this one about these strings. So the first one, 1-1. -1 on block, which I mentioned. Very, very strong, because it allows you to obviously threaten a down 1, because you're -1 yourself. But because you're -1, they want to press down 1 as well. So the mind game is you either block and then punish their down 1 with yours, or go for a down 1 yourself. Or grab because you think they're going to respect you. It's just a really, really good situation for Sektor. -1 in this game is huge. Especially considering as well she can special cancel into this and, you know, threaten with something. Which is really nice. So yeah, 1-1, very, 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 very good string. And 1-1-2 is also -5 on block, so you're not jailable here. So you can neutral duck, go for some shenanigans. You can armor, if you so wish, you know, into Mataro, which is her most popular cameo. There's a lot of options here. Very, very good jab string. Abuse the absolute hell out of it. It's very, very strong. In addition to 1-1, you've got back 3-4, which is this double hitting low into mid. This is by far her best tool to use on Oki, which is when your opponent's getting up into you. So for example, if you get a knockdown, let's say you go for a sweep, this covers both regular wake-up timing and delay wake-up timing. As you can see, it covers both. And also will armor break most armors in the game. I have armor broken Johnny's shadow kick before, but I don't know if it's consistent. I mean, we can try and test it if it works on Scorpion here. What's his blazing charge? Oh, he's on delay gets up, excuse me. As you can see, Scorpions is one of the faster wake-ups in the game too. And it armor breaks his every time. Very, 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 very good armor breaking tool this. And I would recommend you spam this because it's safe. Right, it's -5, I believe. Gapless and -5. Very, very, very good string. Honestly, just spam this. It's so, so good. Forward 2-1, which I mentioned. This is -7, so if he blocks this, he can jail me on block with his standing 1, which is rather unfortunate. But considering how much range it has, I mean, this is a fair trade-off, I think. Can be confirmed into forward 2-1-2, which is unsafe on block. This is -15. 17, excuse me, but can be cancelled into her air dashes, can be cancelled into air specials. Honestly, wouldn't recommend going for the full string a lot, unless you have something that can get you out. So, for example, Mataro can get you out, so you can go for him. Or you can go for stuff like teleport in and then Mataro teleport out, you know, to make you safe. Just as long as you have something to make you safe here, that's what I would recommend. Honestly, though, I think this is just probably a better idea. Just go straight into Flamethrower. But we'll get to that in the special section. But yeah, forward 2-1. Can do forward 2-1-2 if you want to get gimmicky. But honestly, just go for the check. And then, you know, play the mind game of, am I going to do a special or am I going to stagger then backdash? That kind of thing, you know? Because forward 2 by itself, -5. So they can't jail you here. And it's a hard stagger to react to be honest. Yeah, that's forward 2. Then we've got standing 4. Standing 4 to 1+3. This is the full string. Now, what's nice about this string is that this standing 4-2, 0 on block. So very, very strong, right? Standing 4-2, 1+3. The 2 and 1+3 are gapless and safe and can be cancelled into cameo on hit. So if you hit this, you can OS it and press it either way. If it gets blocked, no cameo comes out. If it doesn't get blocked, the cameo comes out, which is awesome. So the launching cameos like Tremor Up Punch or Lao Spin, for example, those will launch in those situations, which is rather nice. But only with summon cameos, because obviously Ambush is going to come out regardless. Another thing that's nice about standing for 2 is that it jails into a lot of summon cameos, including Frost Icicle, Chameleon Glaive, Mataro Low Shot, as you're seeing here, Kung Lao Low Hat. It has a lot of block stun. So that's a really nice tool for pressure situations, because obviously she already lacks pressure. I'd say that's one of her weaknesses in terms of like button heavy up close pressure. Obviously it's a trade-off for her really strong zoning, which we'll get into, but I'd say that's one of her main weaknesses. So it's nice to have something that jails here into some cameo pressure, especially with Mataro. And obviously, as I mentioned before, you can also do things like where you cancel, because it is 0 on block, so you could just do this and then back up, start zoning again. So yeah, you have a few options, which is nice off of that string. Very, very versatile. And last but not least, not really a string, so to speak, but her chargeable standing 2. Now, as you can see, if I charge it and then press down, down, I get this buff on my hands. What this does is it gives me the charged version on the button press, so I don't have to charge, and I get the reward of the charged version, which is a mid instead of a high. This is a high. This is the uncharged version, -7. Now the charged version, mid, +9, 16 frames. Very, very solid. Very, very solid button. Can be counted into specials as well. This jails. You can do stuff like this, for example. That jails. Like, it's just a very, very solid mid to have. You can obviously cancel it straight away to, you know, bait people into thinking you're actually going to charge it. There's also another version where if you get the charge version and press 1 while you do it, you get that version, which sends you backwards, which is a bit faster, 14 frames, minus on block, but it sends you to a safe distance, still special cancelable as well. Very, very nice button. You're going to want to get this as much as you possibly can. There's no reason not to want to do this, you know? Because look at the space it gives you. Players of MKX will remember Sektor had something quite similar to this in MKX, but it was a string. It was forward 2, 1, 2, back, back. And it pushed Sektor away from you, and he could special cancel. This is, I guess, the cousin of that. It's not the same, but has similar applications. But yeah, you're always going to want to have this charge as much as you possibly can. It's just so good. It's a +9 mid that's just chunky. Does chunky damage. You're never not going to want to have it in your arsenal. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's her key buttons and strings done. Those are the things you're going to want to use as much as humanly possible throughout the game, and your main pressure starters and kind of just the buttons you're going to want to press, pretty much. But yeah, with that being said, we're going to go into the specials now, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so special moves. As you can see, I've tagged them all on the screen here, so you guys can see them easily. We're going to start with Unguided Rocket. That's your main projectile. 22 frames, so not the fastest, but goes very quick. Provides a knockdown on hit, 6%, never bad. Amplified version of this is a mid and provides you with some dot damage. As you can see, Scorpion's health going down very rapidly there. Very, very solid move. Can be used to combo into Mataro, like so. For very good damage, so that's very good to know. Obviously, combos off of anything as well. Like, anything you do will combo into this move because it is very fast. So yeah, that's your main projectile. Your standard standing projectile, should I say. Then we've got the down back one, which is your Sidewinder. This is your homing missile. Does not home without bar, but you can change the distance by holding back to get the close version. Regular goes mid, and then forward goes far. And you just hold that. You don't have to hold it forever, but just as the rocket's doing the loop in the air, you press the direction you want, and you'll get that. Very good for setup. She has a lot of combos that can end in Sidewinder. As long as she doesn't get hit and the rocket is in air, she will not. The rocket will not go away. So it's always going to be a threat to the opponent. Spending bar on this move just makes it automatically home in, and yeah, you get a combo still, which is very, very nice. And as you can see here, very good for setup situations. And yeah, just the homing missile you know and love, pretty much. Then we've got Air Burst Grenade, which is air down back one. This is your main offense as Sektor. And you might think, what do you mean by offense? This is a projectile. This is how she oppresses you. If I put Scorpion on block here, you'll see if I do this very low to the ground, plus 15. This locks you in place. Allows me to go for a lot more zoning options. If they respect another one, I can go for this. Double the chip. And then obviously, when I go in, I can do some silliness like that. Basically, spam this move as much as humanly possible. It recovers in 15 frames, or 4 frames, as you can see there. Like, I can press after this pretty much immediately. Can be done off her forward 3 flight as well. There's a close, medium, far version, as you can see. If I hold back, I get the close version. If I don't do anything and just do the normal input, I get the medium version. If I do forward, down, back, and then hold forward as I do it, it goes far. Yeah, this move is insane. There's pretty much no risk to doing this. As you can see, it's so incredibly spammable. And at any point, you can obviously go into this. And then kill them, you know? So yeah, that's Air Burst Grenade. This is your main move. If you're not pressing this at least 600 times a game, something's wrong, you know? But yeah, that's Burst Grenade. Then we've got Flamethrower, which is a classic move. Everyone loves this. Important things to know about Flamethrower. So, it's your armor move, as you can see. Minus 32 on block, or minus 34. But you can spend an additional bar by pressing forward 2 and R2 at the same time to spend an additional bar. You can also do this on the meterless version, because if you just do the move by itself, interestingly, it has variable frame data. So at this range, it's minus 14, but up close, it's minus 23. But the armor version is way more unsafe, as you can see, minus 34. But obviously, you can make it safe with cameos. But yeah, that's Flamethrower. Not really much to say about this, to be honest. It hits mid, it's your armor move, it goes really far, so it can be used for space control. With cameos, obviously, like Mataro, Chameleon. Lao can combo with this as well, but it enhances your combo potential because it means you can get extra reps in before you're doing your launch. So for example, you can do this. Alright. And then you can do your teleport combo, which is going to do more than it usually would. It's just a B&B here. Get screen positioning and then go crazy. 36 is not bad, especially since it's meterless. And obviously you can go into, if you so wish, enhance back forward 1, which is going to do even more damage. As you can see, 41 there, not bad at all. But yeah, that's Flamethrower. Then we have Anti-Air Flak, which you saw me doing that combo there, down back 2. This is a combo tool and anti-air tool, really. I don't really see many uses outside of those. Has very good priority when it comes to an anti-air. You can do this relatively late and you'll still get the combo, which is nice. As you can see, if you do it too late, you'll trade, but you get some leniency with this. Which is quite nice. But yeah, that's going to be your main anti-air. You can get little conversions like that, which are quite nice. But yeah, combo tool and anti-air pretty much. As you can see, you can do it mid-combo to get some nice launch and juggle damage, and then you can also use it as an anti-air. Can also be used off of her overhead back too. I didn't mention this button because it is very unsafe, but it can be used. I don't really think she's a rushdown character, so I don't think it's that important, but it's there. You know, it's quite a slow overhead too. 24 frames, so it's not the quickest. But yeah, anyway, that's down back 2. Then we've got Blast Shield, which is a projectile parry. So let's get Scorpion to do a projectile here. Now, off of this, as you can see, I get a charge on my hands. That's just the default option. So I can do this, let go, and then I get a charge. Magnificent already. However, if I do this and then cancel into either Unguided Rocket, which is my back forward 1, which I showed you earlier, which does not cost meter, even though it looks like it is. As you can see, my bar isn't moving. You can do a Sidewinder or an Unguided Rocket off of this, which is really nice for retaliation. As you can see, it's punishing him for doing that, which is really, really nice. And gives a charge. So this is going to be your anti-zoning tool. Well, you are the zoner as Sektor with your really oppressive specials, like I've mentioned. But in case anyone else has some projectiles, like Reiko, for example, you can parry all 3 of those stars and shoot back a rocket and force him to deal with that. pretty much, which is really, really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about Blast Shield. I actually couldn't tell you what the EX does, so we're going to find out together. What is the difference? Eliminates projectile damage and pushback. I'm guessing, is it faster? I actually couldn't tell you. Eliminates projectile damage and pushback. Opponents can be cancelled with special moves. Energizes charge, Bionic Blast, and enables Force Sensor. What is the difference? Eliminates upon energizes. Eliminates upon energizes. They do the same thing. I couldn't even tell you what this one does. I actually don't know what the amplified version does for this. I'm guessing maybe, actually, I have an idea. Maybe it makes the move that you do amplified? Nope. Couldn't tell you what it does. I have no idea. But yeah, that's Blast Shield, your anti-zoning beast of a tool. Then, last but not least, we have Tactical Redeploy. This is your teleport, the classic sector teleport. Looks a bit different. It pretty much does what it says on the tin, right? It's another option to anti-zone. So, for example, again, if Scorpion whiffs a spear and I want to punish him for it, I can teleport. Just, yeah. Standard combo tool as well, as you've seen. Standing 1. Heal mid-string. Back 3 as well. Like, it's just a standard teleport. Not really much to explain here. Amplify, though, is interesting because it proceeds with a hit before the actual teleport, which is 14 frames, which is very quick. So, it's very good in combos, for example. So, let's say I'm in the corner. First off the corner really quick. And I want to do a little combo here. I can get that little first hit there. As you can see, regular teleport won't work in this situation, but EX will, which is really nice. So yeah, predominantly a combo move, but can be used for other things. Can also be done in the air. I don't believe it's faster in the air. Oh, it is, yeah, it's 2 frames faster. So if you want to punish something and you react, you can instant air it to make it faster. Also does hit mid, which is nice to know. It's not a high, so you're always going to check someone with this if they're in position and are doing a projectile if you want to try and punish it, for example. But yeah, that's teleport. So that is going to be everything in regards to Sector. I'm going to end the video with some B&Bs. I'm not going to be talking during those, and I'll put the notations on the screen for you so you can see them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. If you made it to this part of the guide, put Red Robot in the comment section, even though she's not a robot in this game, technically. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next guide, which will be Noob Cybot. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one.